Grandma's house. Leo's mom hugged him tight at the front door. "Be good for your grandma, sweetie," she said. But Leo's stomach felt like a bag of wiggling worms. He had never stayed at Grandma's house before. It was very old and smelled like dust and something else, something like old, wilting flowers. Grandma smiled, but her eyes didn't. They were like two shiny black buttons. "Come in, Leo," she cooed, her voice thin like a spider's thread. "I've baked your favorite cookies." Leo didn't remember ever telling her his favorite. The heavy oak door clicked shut behind him, a sound like a key turning in a lock. The house was full of shadows that seemed to dance just at the edge of his vision. Clocks ticked, but not together. Tick, tock, tick tock. It was like the house had a dozen mismatched hearts. A painting of a stern-looking man on the wall seemed to watch him, his eyes following Leo as he crept down the hall. "This will be your room," Grandma said, opening a creaky door. The room was filled with old toys. A rocking horse with one painted eye, a doll with a cracked porcelain face, and a jack-in-the-box that looked like it was holding its breath. "They've all been waiting to play with you," she whispered. Leo did not want to play. He sat on the very edge of the tall, lumpy bed, his feet dangling high above the floor. He could hear Grandma humming downstairs, a strange tune that went up and down but never seemed to end. Then he heard another sound, a soft scratch, scratch, scratch coming from inside the closet. His heart hammered against his ribs. Scratch, scratch, scratch. It was slow and steady. Was it a mouse? It sounded bigger than a mouse. He squeezed his eyes shut and pulled his knees to his chest, wishing he were at home in his own bed. The scratching stopped. The brass doorknob on the closet began to jiggle, making no sound at all. Slowly, silently, the door creaked open. A sliver of perfect blackness appeared. Leo held his breath. He couldn't see anything inside the darkness, but he felt something looking back at him. Suddenly, Grandma's voice called from downstairs. "Leo, time for milk and cookies." The closet door clicked shut. Leo jumped, a small yelp escaping his lips. When he dared to look again, it was closed tight, as if it had never, ever been open. Downstairs, Grandma had a plate of cookies and a glass of milk on the table. The cookies weren't his favorite. They were shaped like little people with raisin eyes that seemed to stare up at him. "Eat up," Grandma said, her smile wider than ever. "You need to keep up your strength." Leo didn't sleep a wink that night. He lay stiff as a board in the tall, lumpy bed, staring at the closet door. He listened to the house's mismatched heartbeats and the strange, soft humming that seemed to come from the walls themselves. He couldn't wait for the sun to come up. He never, ever wanted to sleep over at Grandma's house again.